offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, Allen. Now Allen taken down in the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
2nd and 21 at the 39-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And this doesn't quite work out as well as planned. They'll forfeit a few yards as he's tackled just past the 15.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
56, 56.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up fourth down. Allen taking it himself. And he's got the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including the fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, it's 9-0. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been this negative ways, he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
third down. Here's a run by Cook.
And they're going to lose some on the play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. That is Kincaid with it. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Allen now on the sneak. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go play action now. Taylor. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
On first and 10, it's Hall.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready.
Here's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Taylor. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Jeremy Ruckert
As the first half is winding down.
and the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Bills 8.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The name of the game is always on defense, on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit wrapped. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. The NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
At the 47-yard line. 1-yard gain.
Ball again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
It's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is tight. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They go play action with Taylor. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Mason Taylor, 29 yards. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To throw, it's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Mason Taylor with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. This to the tight end, Kyng. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Bills
Allen.
first down.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Gain of 15.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kyng. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Allen off the play fake. Finding Shakir across the formation. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome in the 4th. But this first down and a...
This is where you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going at you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break. You can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Allen. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bills have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Allen will try to throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Two scores down, two timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jets have got it. The right end, touchdown, New York. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. On for the extra point is Folk. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 14.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he won't quite make it 25.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped to get the first down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked to the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Bills.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a second and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Allen going to run with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's again complete to Palmer.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. Allen going to run with it. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Bills, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard
On
line.
play action, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Brandon Cooks from 8 yards out.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13.
Bills 22.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Breaks the tackle now with Allen. Still on his feet. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 7,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting one started. Off we go from South Philly. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of. The 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play right off the bat. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 40.
Boy, they got the block to spring him, and it was a foot race. And when he gets in that foot race, Mike, he's normally good for this type of yardage before anyone's able to run him down.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Here we go, boy. Hey, kill. 47. 47. Hey, kill. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 56.
On second down, it's Dak. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
It's another run here for Williams. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
Down by Nolan Smith. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
That is Ferguson in motion. On third down, here's Blue. Whoa! And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
That's another.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down. But didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on third.
And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. Second and a yard. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down.
Brings up third and 1.
We'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on third and 1.
Cowboys first down.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they go to work on first and goal. A pitch comes to Williams. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Kill.
On play action, here's Dak. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. You got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. They're going to be back up now to start this drive. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
Second and 12 at the 1-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 5.
On third down, they'll go with Saquon. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Rebel on the tackle.
2 minutes remaining.
Gain of 5.
First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. They'll try it now with Barkley, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. In motion, Lamb. On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down.
Hey, kill! 47. There we go, kill. There we go, 47. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. Let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays out.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Rebel on the coverage.
Good, set.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Prescott on first down. Out to his right. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. 47. Here we go. 46. 46. Here we go. 47.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. This one is caught by Turpin. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but he's inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
47.
First and
Here we go. 46.
8-yard line.
46.
Again, Prescott to the air. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
Second down and goal.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Here we go. 47. Go right in. Hey, kill. 47.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Team set to go, and the second half is underway. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. Room to run at the 35. Saquon Barkley. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Cowboys 10, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick
So
off
following the
for
score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Devontae Play fake. Prescott. Throw on the move is caught. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, here we go. Protect Riley. Hey, kill.
Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the Kobe D. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
No touch.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. DeMarion Overshown there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
Great. Set.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. 1st and 10.
No touch.
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. Open space inside the 10. To the pylon, he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles are on top. It's 14-10.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin.